If you were a narcissist, their favorite punishment is ghosting you. Yes, it is. I kid you not. I mean, when they get into it with you, get into an argument with you or whatever, whatnot, they will ghost you. They'll disappear on you just to hurt you. I mean, that narcissist will just argue with you over any little bitty thing. It could just be anything, but because they're so petty, right? So you're sitting up there like, goodness gracious, I was just over there the other day and we were just having a great time and, we were just, cool. And all of a sudden, they're not answering their phone. They're not calling me back. They're not answering the text. It's like, goodness, what is going on, right? And then they'll just stop communicating with you. They'll disappear. They won't call you. They won't text you. They won't do anything. And I'm telling you, like, they just petty people. And you're sitting up there like, okay, well, you try to make up all these excuses in your head. Okay, well, maybe they're asleep, or maybe they're in the bathroom, or, maybe they had to go to work and it was just in a rush, or maybe they, over their mom's house or whatever, right? So you make up all these excuses, right? But then, eventually you start realizing, nah, too much time has went on, right? So, boom. So you just say, okay, well, I'll just wait on them to call me or whatever, right? And you notice they don't call day after day after day. And you're like, okay, something is going on. Okay. And then you start rethinking and regrouping, y'all last conversation. And then you're like, okay, wait a minute. We got into an argument about what? Wait a minute. We were watching Maury together, right? He thought the child wasn't his, and I said the child was his. And then we were like, and I was like, hey, look at the eyes, look at the nose, this is just some crazy stuff, right? So you're like, okay, all right, well, it turned out to be that I was right? The child ended up being his, right? So I'm just sitting up there like, okay, well, I was right, and we moved on. I mean, it was nothing. And then all of a sudden I was wondering, like, oh, dang, he got up and he just went to the bathroom. He didn't want to watch the show no more. So I'm like, okay, well, okay. So you're sitting up there, right? You didn't think nothing of this, right? And then you go home the next day, then days go on, and then guess what? That narcissist will ghost you because you had a difference of opinion about a goddamn gone show. And I'm just giving you an example of something just very petty, because they're very petty. It could just be anything. It could be about a TV show. It could be whatever, right? But see, what you should have done, what that narcissist wanted you to do, is say, hey, listen, oh, I can see your point. I can see why you thought, that child was not his. And you know what? I should have thought what you thought, because, I'm supposed to be in your brain, right? And I'm supposed to just agree with everything you say. But anyway, that's the sarcastic part. But that's what they really wanted you to do, right? And because you were right, now they don't want to watch the show no more. So anyways, right? So you're sitting up there like, hey, listen, they're not calling, they're not texting, because it's a game, right? That's their favorite thing to go to ghost you, to punish you, to hurt you, anything to hurt you. So you checking your phone, you're sitting up there like, dang, hoping that they show up, and then you're sitting up there like, okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna call them, right? So you reach out, right? Don't you ever notice, like, sometimes they don't answer the phone, but then boom, they hurry up and pick up other times? So they answer the phone, and don't you notice like how they be so nonchalant, like, they don't got time to talk to you, or, like, why are you calling me, like, what? Don't you ever notice that? Because when you reach out to them after they ghost you, they treat you terrible. They treat you like a dog. I'm telling you, do not reach out when they ghost you, because you think you was treated bad. That narcissist would treat you horrible when you reach out first, because it's a game to break you. Their punishment is to ghost you, to break you, to hurt you. So understand that if you reach out to them first, they're not going to treat you well, okay? And then on top of that, right? So, okay, y'all start back talking again and everything is all good, right? And then all of a sudden, because remember, you reached out first, right? So now you got to submit. So now you got to be like, well, okay, I see your point. I see why you thought that. Okay, well, can we move on and everything like that? And, you try to be nice and this and that, right? Then you realize this person is just being incredible rude to me. You know what? So you just hang up the phone. You be like, whatever, right? So boom. That narcissist, boom, a couple more weeks go by, you don't hear from them, they don't talk to you, you don't talk to them, and then boom, all of a sudden, you get a phone call. And they'll be like, hey, what's up, love? How you doing? I was just checking on you. You like, what? When I was trying to talk to you weeks ago, you was acting like a butt. But now all of a sudden, you want to be so nice, talking about some, hey, love, how, what you doing? You checking on me. Dude, you checking on me after 3 weeks? No, you could just keep that, right? No, don't be like that. When you coming to see me and all that, don't fall for it, guys. It's an agenda. That's it, for them to get what they want, to get access to you again. Do not fall for that nonsense, because guess what? They're going to be petty again. They're going to get mad again. And then next time it might be about another TV show, or, it could be about anything. It might be, maybe you took your shoes off and you might have didn't put them in the right spot. I mean, it could just be about anything. So I'm just saying, guys, do not fall for the nonsense. It's crazy. So if you were a narcissist, their favorite thing to do, the number one thing to do to you, to punish you, is ghost you. So yeah, guys, just don't fall for it. And I always tell people all the time, if you're dealing with a narcissist, if they don't go get to work, if they don't try to be better within themselves, and they're taking away from your peace and and just, your mental, emotional, and all that other stuff. I mean, leave them alone, because let them be bitter, angry, you know, not healed or whatever to themselves, because at the end of the day, they're going to make your life a living hell. I'm just saying, guys, like I said, if you were a narcissist, just always remember, their number one punishment to you is to ghost you. So do not be surprised, okay, when they don't call, they don't text, and you sitting up there wondering, and it be weeks and everything like that, and you be like sitting up there, oh, did they ever love me? And this and that. They only love themselves. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video. And Jesus love you. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope this resonates to someone. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.